G'day, lads. Welcome back to the One Eyed Pod. Fucking did it. It was a massive round.
Yeah, that's what happens on the well, it's only massive because we have this opening round, hey, and we can't, the teams get continually changed. But it felt like Thursday we were watching. What was the Thursday game? It was Essendon, and you had a few players play on that day.
No. Richmond versus Carlton.
Richmond Carlton.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you're so that was fine. And then the day after you had the two Essendon rookies, or three actually.
Yeah.
And that's what, triggered your anger towards SuperCoach all over.
It fucked me. But and we should talk about it. Elijah Sardis. He's the biggest it doesn't even look like he wanted the footy.
Now,
what are you doing?
This is the issue. I have said, if I can recall last year, I reckon I was saying how shit he was. But preseason he looked good. But I went on record to say he is the best rookie, better than Levi, better than fucking O'Driscoll. Mate, he kicks the footy with his shin. I don't know how I think he might be Jai Clark level biggest bust
I don't think he plays this week.
I think he plays. The thing is though, I was watching the game and then I was like, well, Sardis has taken over Parrish's role and they've signed Parrish on this massive contract that just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going, there's probably a reason. They've seen Sardis. What does the bloke do? All right, you're struggling to get the footy. The bloke doesn't even lay a tackle.
Mate, he looked like he didn't even want to touch. He didn't want to go near the actual footy. He was just standing on the outside, hoping for luck of the draw that the ball would come near him.
How is he 190k? That's a 99k player if I've ever seen one, surely.
I couldn't fucking even though everyone had him and everyone had him on field, besides I think 16%, was it? 16% had him on bench.
Yeah.
I was still so fucking angry. I just could not believe it.
Now, just quickly, are you giving him a chance or not?
No. See you later, mate.
I like this. No.
I've got reasons.
I mean, you got other rookies sitting on the door. Not sitting on the door, but just waiting to be, gunned into your team. But I feel like you need to give him one more week. But the TOG was weird as well. I think it was 57% TOG.
Nah, mate, we all watched the same fucking game. All right, we all watched the game. He looked like a child out there. But the reason why you have to get rid of him is because of these fucking subs. First of all, and we'll get into it, Levi Ashcroft is going to be sub the whole time. And now I was working on a Saturday and I had no reception where I was. I was in the fucking whoop whoop. So I had to set my team and just hope that it would work. And I didn't put Levi Ashcroft in. And I've been hot on him all year. Said he was going to be the best rookie. Plays.
I mean, until last pod, which was right. We called the sub, so we were technically right. But now he wasn't sub. Hey, just I had the news, and I've thought about it, and it's hindsight's a beautiful thing. But I was like, Levi's not going to match Finn O'Sullivan because I could have only got Ashcroft for Finn O'Sullivan. Would you have done that in that moment?
100%, mate.
Really?
100%.
Yeah. And I think I was just, I think maybe I got the new, because there was a game beforehand. I can't remember it. It was Geelong Fremantle, and I was watching that game pretty closely because I brought a player in, which wasn't in my original team reveal. So I just thought, Foss, I can't get him in because Foss is in my team.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking myself, but Sardis, Sardis is the weakest link that can go to him. I already penciled in Laylor to come into that spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are going to struggle to get Laylor in. You've got your Sardis, not Sardis, sorry. You've got your Ashcrofts, you got your Lindsay's, Paul's been all right. I just feel like maybe people won't go Laylaw unless you're going in.
So let's jump in. I'll show my
Yeah,
team, and then we'll talk about it because a lot of the things
big agates,
here in my
big
trade plan.
agates.
Big agates, exactly
Yeah,
right.
I wasn't
So
wrong.
this week is the first time me and you, Cooksy, we actually did okay to start the year.
And
How
it didn't feel that good, to be honest.
felt terrible.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
really
I was
did.
going to be like 50,000.
Yeah,
And then I was doing some digging on Twitter Sunday night, and then I
yeah,
sent you a message before I went to sleep, and I was like, I think we're above par
yeah,
because everyone was below our scores. I was like,
yeah.
could it be?
And I think
Um,
the captaincy, obviously helped us out. But I
yeah.
think get onto your team, but just as soon as you log on to that edit team part, that man at M1, didn't we tell you? We died on
Oh,
it. We died on the
I
hill,
live and die by the Richards,
and
baby.
nobody is gonna get him in. I don't
Nah,
think so. This is
nah.
beautiful.
There's so many other things to do right now. By the time he has his price rise, nobody's going to be getting him in.
Yeah.
Like everyone's going for Baz, the Coney, and
Dunkley.
then next week will be the rookies. Get the
Yep.
rookies in,
Yep.
and he's going to get left behind at 1%.
Yeah. The excitement. Because, well, I do remember last pod, you said if he goes down to 300K, you're still keeping him.
I'll write him down.
Fucking
But
hell.
anyway, let's talk about a few things. Let's start at the back. Short. I'm actually not. I'm still hot on this pick. I don't think Short's a trap. I don't think
Nah,
he's a trap.
neither. Neither.
So I'm still hot on that pick. I know. I think he's really highly traded out this week. Um, Heaps of
Good.
people are jumping off. Where's the? How do you see the trade? The people getting traded out. Most traded out.
Oh,
Al Pepper. Oh no, he's not.
no. I
Well,
think
don't worry
people are
about it.
giving him a week, but like, just quickly on him, he had 60 at halftime, and then he
Mm.
got tagged the third quarter. It is a
Hmm.
while away, that game. But like, mate, he looks fantastic. The only knock I had was, bro, why don't you need a kick-ins? Like, what are you doing letting these dickheads take the ball over you? Like,
What was that?
oh, but I think it was cramp/tag. It had to be because that
I think.
first half, he had
Mhm.
everything. He would just be like, "Give him the ball, sir." He'd get the
Yeah,
ball, just fucking bomb it to a 50-50, perfect Luke Ryan pass. He's the new
mate.
Luke Ryan, surely.
We were chuffed, weren't we? We were like, "This,
We
mate,
jinxed
this
him.
is the
We
best."
jinxed
Yeah.
him.
We could not stop talking about Shorty boy. The amount of messages that got sent through saying Shorty, Shorty. And I'll quickly
And
touch
then,
on this. He did have 7 kick-ins, so he had the most kick-ins.
yeah. But at the end, we copped up actual abuse from our mates saying how shit the pick was. But don't worry, I've actually I had to write a note in my phone just to remember who disregarded Shorty because I'll never forget. I'll
Taking
never forget,
receipts.
mate. 83 is a terrible score. What about
Dude.
Ashcroft? Well, you could rattle off all these names. 83 isn't so bad at the end of the day.
Hey, was one of those names Milky Mus? Was it Nathan? One of the
Yes,
names on the
I mean,
receipt?
I mean, so I guess it's karma, right? So he's bagged us, and you know me, I get defensive about my players. So I said, "Fuck off!" Like
Yeah.
he got tagged, and then I think karma came round because I was versing him this week, bet him a slab, and we meet before the game because we went to the Pies Port game, and I go to him because I already locked in the TDK score. I said, "Who you got captain?" And he goes, "Lockie Neal," and I just said,
Oh.
"Mate, that is." I should have thought of that moment. That's karma for bagging out Jaden Short. If he had kept quiet about Shorty, this bad luck wouldn't have happened.
Oh, yeah, and how's he trying to say to us, and sorry, listeners, this is so inside joke. This guy was trying to say to us, like, oh, he was never gonna get the tag, like, so shocked that Lockie Neal got tagged. And then he's like, oh, he's never scored this bad while getting tagged. Yeah, he probably hasn't, and he hasn't scored that bad fucking ages. But why are you captaining someone who's potentially going to get tagged.
I wouldn't have. I mean, nah, I wouldn't have captained someone to get them. Like Chucky Neal next week. They're versing West Coast this week. That would have been good.
Mhm.
But not even shitting on the pick now. Like this is why you don't pay up for players, which always scares us paying like top dollar because he was 645 right now. He's got a 53 in his system. Knowing Lockie Neal, he'll probably bang out 160 this week.
Right, he's gonna go nuts this week,
He
like a
he
big
will.
160,
So
170.
so, but you just hope and just one more slip up, you get these boys for 550K or,
Yeah,
580 or something, and it'd be marvelous. It's all worked out perfectly going cheap in the mids.
yeah, it's the value. I think the value was the way to go this year.
Yeah.
Moving on to the midfield, I'm so happy with all my, like, top end picks of, like, the Richards, Rosie, Oliver, Chera. I mean, Oliver
What did
was a
you
little
think?
bit
Yeah, what did you think about him? I mean, we've both
Oli
just put bets on for him to finish top 8, and I'll be
it was a bit
honest,
scary.
it's a bit scary.
He didn't
I
look very good.
I might just go to my mate, "Have your slap back, alright?" Like, seriously, we'll just void it because he does not look top 8.
He doesn't look top 8, but you know what was good about it? And this is
Yeah,
what I saw when I owned him back in the day.
yeah,
His work rate was
yeah,
just sick. He was just there. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So maybe got a little bit unlucky, but he was just always there.
yeah.
And he does those things in the last quarter, and I feel like everyone in the last quarter kind of went to shit. Like what the fuck was Gorn doing in that last quarter? He was on about 110, 120
That's
at three
I
quarter
was
time.
gonna mention this on the pod, but, you know, I saw Gorn, he had 74 at halftime or something ridiculous, didn't he?
It was
Something
more. It was like 80
80
or
or
90,
and to come to a 130, 129, that'd piss you off, wouldn't it? Like,
mate. He was on 100, I think 110 or 115 at three quarter time.
oh
And then
my
I and
days.
then I turned my phone off because I went inside went in the shops with Amanda,
Yep,
expecting to come out and sit in the
170.
car and look at my phone and
Yeah.
go big 170 captain score, and I see 130 and I go, "Oh, it
How
just
much?
hasn't loaded. It hasn't loaded yet."
And then
Refresh.
next minute, punching the
Devastation,
steering wheel,
mate.
getting
I just go
angry.
I just go, "Fuck." Amanda goes, "What's wrong?" And I go,
There's
"SuperCoach."
nothing worse. I've already got the talk just before, Supercoach is, it's ruining the relationship. And I said, "What do you mean? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not having any, I'm not going out on a weekend and drinking beers. I'm just watching the footy. It's addic
I've
it's
had the
worse.
same thing.
It's worse."
Michael, Michael, you haven't seen me on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday now because you chose
Uh,
to watch the football instead of hang out with me.
and you know
And
what's
it's
worse?
Sunday and I have
You
work on Monday.
You know what's fucking worse? It's me on a Sunday night watching Gold Coast West Coast Eagles because of Elijah Hewitt until the end of the game. I was glued, looking at Elijah Hewitt, going off
My
on. I
fucking
was working
cheeks
out his
cut.
rotations, and he didn't even touch. He did not even touch the ball for fucking one quarter, mate.
Just watching his score go walk.
Nah, nah. On the TV, it's always the
Fucking
scores on the phone. Just going, like, piss me off.
Mate, just the ruining lives out here.
There's a reason why we're just. What would you do for a top 1K finish? That's the big question.
It's me or
I'm on.
Supercoach.
It's on. I'm on it
Yeah.
off.
It's me or a top 1% finish. And then top 1% finish. Fuck. Um, Going back to the mids, I just wanted to talk about these subs, right? Fucking Harvey Langford. I traded out Levi Ashcroft and I traded out Levi Ashcroft and put in Harvey Langford. Fucking Levi Ashcroft plays. Harvey Langford's the sub. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, cunt?
Because
Like I've just
you originally had Sid Draper in the team, and we were talking that he's a sub
mm,
risk. Um, so you've just gone
Went
down
from
to Langford.
Levi to Sid to Langford.
That's tough.
'Cause I was like, "Surely this guy's not gonna get subbed," you know? Surely their highly touted draft pick who they, could not who's built like a brick shit house, has the endurance of fucking everything, Law clone, they make him sub.
Should have gone Ned Long,
I don't know,
200K.
can't. I know. I had a look at it as well, and I was like, "Fucking hell." Like,
There's no way you would have picked Ned Long, but he might be a
no.
good so this is the thing, just quickly, like, I'd be interested. I should probably wait until you've told your trades, but I feel like it's just with everything you can do a couple of corrections maybe, but you might get all these. You'll get a second look at all these players and then just choose the best one, instead of just
Yeah.
trying to guesswork. Like Daz coming in is easy, and is that what you're doing?
Um, yeah, so talking about trades, I
Yeah.
can't afford Baz, so I can't bring him in, which
What?
sucks. Which fuck yeah, it sucks. I
I
can
get rid of Ashcroft. I'd get
so
rid of
wait,
him.
I can bring him in with a boost, and it looks something like this. And I'm just gonna do this quick. I don't want to talk too much about my trades, but talk about it later. Oh, there, cunt. Get rid of you, get rid of Sardis, and then I get rid of Langford. I don't want to get rid of Langford because I want to see what he's like another week. But then I would bring in Bailey Smith. One second, let me close the door. So I'd bring in Bailey Smith and then Hasty and
Oh,
then
I don't know
Reed.
about Hasty.
I don't know about Hasty, but like a player around that kind of
Oh,
mark.
you didn't have Murphy Reed.
No, I don't know Murphy Reed.
Oh, I wouldn't bother with him either.
But this is kind of like it would be two cheap rookies,
Yeah.
and then I could bring in Baz.
Mm.
I'm not that much of a fan of it. Like I don't really know what rookies to bring in.
Murphy Ru-
But
Mur-
go,
Murphy Reed. He looked alright, but like I have him, so I was going to talk about it later. But like 50 with 4 goals, like give me a fucking spell. Like what kind of
yeah,
stuff did Is it because he's copying Harley Reid's looks? And I don't know, just the Supercoach gods don't like it. It's just all
jealous of his
questionable.
looks.
Just questionable.
Um, there's also I could bring in Kako. Oh no, I couldn't. I could bring in Max Hall.
I like that.
Um, and I don't know who the other person I could bring in. Maybe a forward. Corey Warner. Oh my, did he score a
I
72?
really just quickly on Corey Warner. He got gifted a couple of goals, um, but I was looking at him and I was like, he's actually pretty cheap. Even if because what's your price point?
A 132. Like I've
Uh,
got about 250K to spend on two players.
that's all right. So, yeah, you go Corey Warner, but even Ethan Reed, like Ethan Reed looked bloody good as, but West Coast just looked terrible. He's like 190K. I'm pretty sure he scored a 90 something.
Yeah. So these are the things, right? I could do that. But at the moment, I've got this one as well where I could do something like this. Trade out you and trade out. Oh wait, I think I'd get rid of Sardis. And I think it worked out to be oops, sorry. You down there. And I could put in Sam DeConing. I could put in Bailey Smith. And then I could put in Kako or something around the 150. I don't have enough money for Lindsay.
That
Uh,
would be
but
perfect.
yeah, I
I
know.
still think
But
probably you could go Murphy Reed. Um, I mean, even Max Hall,
Yeah. So
or
it
Hewitt.
but these would be my on-field players. Hopefully, Langford would play this week, and then I'd have SDK down back, and then I've got I just got 2 rookies, like shit rookies off the field, put 2 good rookies on. But what I'm
Yeah,
actually go?
even that you could put Bailey Smith in the mids if you're that worried and put Hewitt down. Or yeah,
Yeah. But
or
what
Hewitt
I'm
or Patton.
actually considering doing is just giving everyone another week and
Boring.
just doing this and just putting Levi Ashcroft in.
Yeah.
And I kind of like this. Just give everyone another week. If Garcia really shits the bed and Will Ashcroft shits the bed as well, then I can do that big trade where I get rid of Will Ashcroft, get rid of Garcia, get rid of fucking Langford, and then just get in SDK, get in Bailey Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing is, like, you don't really even trade until the 3rd week, right? But I think the
Mm.
40 trades have completely changed everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Just correction
mm,
trades. Like,
which is great, which, like, I'm actually happy they've given us more trades because I always blow them anyway.
mm,
But, yeah, I think yeah, Sardis is a big worry. Do you want me to get on to my team? Because
yeah.
I'm starting him at the moment. Now you made me worried, like, really worried, and I probably need to do something about it.
Show team. Well, it could be good. Don't follow what I'm doing just because if
No,
you think
I fucking hate him too, and I remember last year I actually hated him, and now I've come on this podcast this year and saying he's gonna be number 1 rookie. It just makes me look delusional and, um, just a shit person that doesn't know any footy, eh? Um, we'll get rid of this stuff. I think so. This is how I ended up lining up. Completely different. Oh, not completely different. A fair few changes, to be honest, since the original pod. But I VC'd to Koning, so I had to bring in a loop. So I thought about getting rid of Boyd and putting in a ruck forward loop, so they'd continue to be flexible. And then I
Mhm,
thought, the rumors are Allen's playing next week, so I was like, well, I may as well just get him and then save a trade. And in
mhm,
the end, it actually worked better because I originally had Sam Powell Pepper and who did I have? Sam Powell Pepper and Petraka. And
mhm. Got
so
so lucky.
yeah, instead yeah. So I was like, thank fuck, because I was at that game and I'm going, oh my god, thank God I didn't go this guy because he is hard. Like even my uncle's going, have you seen Sam Powell Pepper tonight? And I was like, imagine if I had him. Like I'd be just
Scored an
jumping on the
11.
I'd be jumping on the footy field, copping a $20,000 fine. That's how bad I'm feeling.
Mate, he was I still haven't watched the game. I still haven't had time to sit down and watch the guys'
Oh,
game.
I,
But
I
from all
mean,
report
dreadful, but most were dreadful. Like, just quickly on Jason Horn Francis, we didn't rate him too much. Um,
I rated
and
him.
I know I, yeah, I know. Maybe I just thought, nah, Rankin's better. And then, oh, Horny's better, and then I've got both of them in my team, which cost me Baz. So I'm blaming Horn Francis for this probably. But I think one of Perriman or another person was playing closely on him, but I wish he pumped out more in 83. And I'm pretty sure someone was saying that he didn't even play that much midfield. This,
Really?
yeah.
I can check for you.
Mm.
1 second.
Yeah, have a check. Well, whilst talking, but the other just speaking on the Port and Collingwood game,
Mhm.
Perryman, what a fucking letdown. I actually made someone get him in his team before
Really?
the game. Our old mate Max, he goes, oh, should I fade Nasty Nas for, I've got to say it in that way, Nasty Nas
Nastiness.
for Perryman. I said, mate, Perryman's unbelievable. He's got the role. I wouldn't be fading him, but I said straight after, I am Collingwood bias and especially towards Perryman. The inclusion of Nod and Sullivan completely changed Perryman and what his role was. And he's playing defensive Um, and I think you could probably trade him out this week. I don't
And
even
now I
think you
don't want
can
to
give him
say I
one.
told you so, but was I always rating it short Roberts Perryman, and
You
everyone
w
else was doing Perryman Roberts short?
Oh, in regards to the order?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you were. And, like, that says your team as well. We had that conversation of, who should I put in short of Perriman? And I said to you, "You've rated short the whole time." I probably would have gone Perriman, but, like, the role had flipped on its head completely, and we looked much better, and he played okay. Um,
Mhm.
so I think he's just gonna be one of those annoying players. Sometimes he'll play a lot of midfield, sometimes he won't, and that's like, um,
He's gonna be
yeah.
like a Jack Crisp.
The other one as well, and it's just a
No,
shame
just wait.
Colin.
Can we just go back before you keep going? Jason Horne-Francis actually had the most CBAs at 77% CBAs, ahead of Rosie, Drew, and Wines.
Right, so he's
Yeah.
just having a shit game.
Yeah, he just had a
I
stinker.
thought he was
Like,
playing forward a few times. This other bloke I'm talking about, I'm not missing him this year. I missed him last year. Did I? I can't remember. But Dan Houston, oh my goodness. This guy, I think I know I'm a Collingwood fan, I know. But this guy, if he didn't have the buy for round 3, I would have started him.
yeah.
100%.
I
Um,
was skeptical. I was a little bit scared. When players come to Collingwood, they kinda go shit.
well, he didn't even have a good he didn't even have a great preseason game, and I'm pretty sure he got 90 or 104, like, just scraped the ton. Um, but this was 132 and he disallowed goal. Imagine if he would have got that goal outside the 50 that, oh, you haven't watched the game, but it's a peach goal that got disallowed. And I
I think I
think
saw the replay. Schultz handed it off to him.
yeah, and I think on the radio, they asked him about the goal and he was like, "Can't." So, I'll have to get that footage because I was telling my dad, I was like, "I bet you he's just, just so angry that he didn't get the goal get the goal." He's just words came out of his mouth before he had to
He
think
was
about it.
pissed off when he was, like, yelling at the umpire and shit. It's like, "You kidding
Yeah.
me?"
Yeah,
Something.
yeah. Oh, it's classic umpires, though. They have gotten worse. I don't even wanna get started on that. I think the other big ones, so we spoke about Perriman. Chera, my boy, did quieten down, but, it is what it is, but, um,
You
I
take the
love that pick.
106 from a
Yeah.
447K.
I think the other big one we didn't talk about, but Rankin looked all right. Ashcroft worries me. I watched that game closely. Half forward, sort of mid. He gets in there, but just the thing I noticed about him, and maybe it's an off game, but he just couldn't kick. Like, fuck me. He's just booting the ball like a soccer kick to progress the ball. And it was just, I think I really like Callahan, and I think it was just a mistake not to have Callahan instead. So I'm happy to wait 1 week. And if I can't, if Ashcroft goes shit, sorry, straight to Callahan. I think it's an easy swap,
I'm
not
the
too
same.
costly.
The
Yeah,
instant correction trade to Callahan.
yeah. And just the last one, Matt Flynn, which like I've already seen on Twitter, donkeys are saying that they're worried and they're going to trade Flynn out. Like, and he played fourth quarter in the ruck, and that's only because Jared Witts is Jared Witts. I think Jared Witts is one of the best tap ruckmen in the game. He's
Mhm.
been slaughtered. And they were getting belted by 80 points. Of course, they're or not 80, but I think it was 60 or 70 points. Um, of course, they're gonna just try another, just try out Archer Reid in the ruck, who's a debutant. I'm not too worried on the pick, but I guess I can just trade Ashcroft to a ruckman if he ever does um get the arse, but I don't think he'll get dropped. Have you got any read on that? Because there's a fair few people saying he's
Um,
gonna get dropped.
I heard heaps of people saying that he was gonna get dropped.
I
I
mean,
don't I didn't there was nothing, no, like, confirmed thing. It was just people saying, "Oh, he'll get dropped," but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if it happens right now, there's no loss. Like, I mean, probably have to find a way to get him in, but I'd rather that happen now than,
I would be
6 or
stoked if
8.
he got dropped now, so then I could put Baslenka in.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, like, if he does get dropped, I can just trade him for Baz as well. Oh, I'll have to get a ruckman in actually.
Yeah.
Fuck, hopefully he stays because I've
Hopefully
missed.
he stays here.
Oh, I didn't mind his game. And then Gold Coast, like, absolutely. So I watched, yeah, that fourth quarter, Reed took most of the ruck. And then they ended up peppering him the last 10 minutes, and Flynn just kept getting the ruck and just getting more points. And so he's on 75 or 72, and then he got to an 87. So, no, I think Flynn R2 is the way to go. Just fingers crossed. He,
But
yeah.
isn't that what we expected of him though, an 87?
Yeah, yeah. No, I just think because he got belted so badly,
Mm.
there is a question mark, in regards to him as a pick.
Oh, yeah.
So
And who's gonna replace him? BJ Williams or something?
BJ Blowjob Williams, and I'm not keen on Blowjob Williams. I reckon he's a bit of a hack, and I think Flynn didn't even do that bad. Just Jared Wicks, and Gold Coast looked unbelievable as well. Like, I think this is my only trade. I think it's just, um, I think I can just correct this mistake. Although I like the I like going deep in the defense. That's my only doubt about this move, and I'm going from Perryman to Basilinka. But, like, to be honest, I wasn't missing out much on Perryman, and maybe he scores, like, an 80 next game or a 90. I don't think it's any more than a 90.
Mhm. Is SDK an option if you're scared about that?
He is, but I just want Baz. Like, I don't know who
Mm.
else I would get Baz in for. Um, like, I wanna let Ashcroft have a um sorry. I wanna let Ashcroft have one more game, and if he's shit, I can swap to Finn, or maybe go down to
He won't
SDK
be shit.
and Ashcroft.
I'm
Sorry.
telling you, Will Ashcroft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you watch your mouth, mate. You watch your mouth.
I was gonna say Levi Ashcroft, he won't be shit. This guy will be a fucking weapon.
Because this is the team right now. I don't know, just fucking hit optimize whatever captain suits. I think just the big one is Sardis, and I'm happy to give him one more week. But all the others, I think Bo Allen comes in this week. And we'll see how it goes. But I think overall, I think just I need to get maybe Levi or Lindsay in. And that's about it. Like, I think the team overall, I think problems will occur if Lynn's drop, but if Boyd's named, I don't have to worry about it too much. I'll just try and figure it out. But I've at least this way, I'm only using one trade, and I can boost next week if I need to, and maybe piss off Flynn or whatever problem I have next week. I'm sure something will arise because this is
Mhm.
Supercoach at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. It's always like, and this is what I'm scared of in Supercoach. You can plan for next week, but you're never going to be able to do it. You won't do it because something else will come up that you'll have to do that's more important than that plan that you originally did.
So, and that's it. So the only thing I have in my mind is, do I just get rid of Sardis for Ashcroft right now? Um,
I, if it was me, I'd do it.
yeah, because and then I have 3 problems to fix next week if that and then probably
Mm.
by if you use it's just a lot of trades, and I don't like doing it. I mean, the only positive of waiting is if Finn or like Murphy Reed's at a real low price. So I think I'll, leave him and not touch him. But Finn or Sardis, I could choose which one to
Nah,
cull.
no, no, no. Finn is a great player.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll be a
So
gun.
maybe it is Ashcroft. Maybe it is Ashcroft for
I would
uh, Sardis.
I would definitely do it. Get rid of it now because then next week you'll have a
3 to
fresh
play with.
slate and you won't be like, "Fuck it, now I wanna get Levi in, I gotta fit him in here, he's 180K. Fuck,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bit to work with," and then you really only have 2 trades that you're dealing with because
Yep.
that's a straight swap, the one Sardis and Ashcroft.
Yep. Um, Yeah, other than that, I think we can go back to your screen and you can sort of talk the options and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, you didn't even speak about Hugo Garcia, by the way. I think that was a massive. He's probably going to come up in those trade outs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so we
do you
can
have
talk
any
about
kind
Hugo
words?
Garcia at the moment. Um, I just don't I haven't watched I didn't actually watch the game because I was working, right?
Yeah.
But I've had a look at his heat map, and I'm probably the worst person to talk on this. But and someone please help me out here. Was he playing half forward?
Yeah, I didn't watch the game. I was at the hospital. Yeah,
Like,
but
he's had 37% CBAs, which is fucking atrocious, right?
I think the Tog as well was terrible.
And
Absolutely terrible.
terrible talk, like, the worst talk, like, where
It's like 54%, wasn't it, or something ridiculous?
yeah, he was starting on the bench, then coming on midway through the quarter, and then finished on the bench, and did that every single time. Um,
Yeah, and this is the
but
problem. Like
I
that,
don't think
you
it's
get
his fault.
no. That's what I was just about to say. You get your McRae in, you get your fucking Steele in there, and like I haven't even looked at the numbers to be honest, but you got to prioritize you sometimes and actually allow these boys to develop. But like 61% Tog. And the big thing as well, you're keen on Hasty.
Mm,
I would have got Reed. I chose Reed instead of Hasty, and I'm actually happy I did now because Reed's just you can tell he's a special player. But Hasty was on track for a really good game, like in the 80s,
mhm,
and he just got subbed out. Like, and I said this all along. All those Hall, Hasty. There's who's the other one? Garcia. Um,
yeah.
they're
Boxall
all
didn't even play.
yeah, all sub risks.
Mhm. What's
It's
he
an
doing?
absolute
Like,
joke.
Hasty was one of the highest rated players on the field.
Yeah. So, and I thought he was a winger until I chatted to a couple of mates, and it literally went down the wire. Like 2 minutes before the game, I put Reed back in, but I heard he's an intercepting defender slash winger, um, and he'll has a decent role. But I think they put a backman in as the sub. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who. Oh no, it was Hunter Clark actually.
Yeah,
It
Hunter
just doesn't
Clark was
make that just doesn't make sense then.
yeah,
Like,
so annoying. I'm pretty sure Hugo Garcia, I read somewhere on Twitter that he got put onto half forward or forward pocket or something.
yeah.
Like, it's just such a he play how could you play this guy through the midfield the whole preseason, absolutely creaming him, starring, and now you go, "Hey, mate, have, like, low tog, so you're not gonna be able to work into the game, and now we're gonna put you in the forward pocket, and now you probably
Mm.
won't play next week."
That's Ross Lyon for you. He needs to back the kids more, I reckon. He's got no choice. Bottom four, by the way. I'm not mincing my words. Bottom two. Bottom two.
Well past, well past. Mate, they are awful. But to be fair, they scored 70 points still, so
Mm.
um, number 1 traded player out this week, Pal Pepper, of course, Perryman, of course, Sardis, Sanders.
So what did Sanders score?
So Sanders scored a 64.
Oh my
Is a
god.
little bit of a dodged bullet. You know who went nuts though? Kennedy went nuts.
I was just going to tell you about that. I picked him up in my draft league, but not my keeper league. But
Mhm.
do you remember last year when I was keen on him and I wanted to pick him and I didn't? Like he actually can score, and I would not be surprised if he's pushing top six. Just
Yeah,
depends if he doesn't if he gets injured or not. And
yeah.
plus, you got Bont and Trelaw out
I was
and
gonna
all
say
that.
Bon and Trelaw come back, it really
Yeah,
doesn't help him. He's probably the
mm,
first to go.
yeah.
And then Hugo Gus, Lockie Neal. What do you think about people trading out Lockie Neal real quick? Bank the cash
Bro,
on a
he's gonna
160 coming up.
and he's gonna go 199. He's gonna hit his break even.
He probably will.
You know the bad thing? If any of our listeners have Lockie Neal, go some balls and captain him. Like,
Do it.
you,
Look what happened
you know,
last year when this happened. Last year when he scored low as where is it? a
79.
71, which was low, and then he went a 168 the next week, then a
79.
79, and then a
162.
162.
Mate, he's gone 180 before against Adelaide. 179. Dude, I really wanted Neil. It's a shame. And we'll go on to that in a minute actually, but the taggers are back and they actually tagged Brayshaw this week and then I think I think Sarong might get that tag, that James Jordan tag. Otherwise it's Brayshaw and I'm gonna be
What are
spew
they
bags.
We called this as well, like, what are you gonna do if they just keep tagging Brayshaw?
But we said it was one of the it was either Brayshaw or Sarong.
Mm.
Now, Geordie Clark had a great game, like ripping game, and James Jordan went to him last year. So it's going to be James Jordan or Sarong for me. I think I was just a bit surprised with Brayshaw. Like Brayshaw played a pretty good game, 101. But Mark O'Connor was just wearing him like a glove. But I'm pretty sure Atkins went to Sarong a fair bit as well. So um,
Did they just not pay any respect to Sarong?
no, so I'm pretty sure Atkins went to him.
Right.
But he couldn't get near the ball for I think it was a quarter and a half at the start. He would have been on 20. And I remember copping a message from my mate saying Sarong, he's absolutely useless, blah blah blah. And then he just started launching like Caleb Sarong does.
Yeah.
And when he is going, he's a fucking good watch,
Oh,
man.
it's
Like,
so annoying to
surely, do you
not
think he
own
can
it.
win a Brownlow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%. He's
I
gone.
I
He
think so.
Last year he went to that level where you're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this guy's one of the top players now."
it's just his handballs as well. Like, just he's clean, but he knows where the players are going to be. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Do you think Nathan O'Driscoll keeps his mid minutes?
not when Hayden Young comes back, but I think Hayden Young is 3 weeks away. I think Nathan O'Driscoll, yes, he'll keep his mid.
Sorry, Nathan O'Driscoll. Did I say Hayden O'Driscoll?
No, Hayden Young.
Ah,
He's replacing Hayden Young. Sorry,
yeah.
maybe I said Hayden O'Driscoll.
I don't know. I don't know what we
That's all
said.
right. No, he is a bloody ox. He's like Callahan. I mean,
Is he?
not skill level, but like he looked like he's put on a lot of muscle.
Oh, look at this boy.
He's a big
Look at this
boy.
guy.
He's a
Oh,
big
big
he's
boy.
he's a
Big
big boy.
chonky. That's what they
Yeah.
call him, Chonky O'Driscoll. Jeez Louise. Let's have a look at his heat map. Oh, look at those. That's a good heat map. That's what you want from a midfielder.
And to think I nearly faded Callahan for O'Driscoll, I'm just so happy I didn't do that because now at least I can trade him for Will Ashcroft because I think Nathan O'Driscoll might be the best rookie that we got. I
He
mean,
could be.
maybe
He could
Levi.
very well be. Levi
Yeah.
will be. Don't worry about it, mate. Anyway, let's go into trade it in. Bailey Smith. We know that one's going to be first.
Just quickly
Thought?
on him, because we were speaking about it earlier before we started the pod. I saw his knee strapping and I was licking my lips going this, and I messaged you actually because I thought you had him in
Mhm.
your team,
We
and
didn't even speak
God,
about this, did we?
yeah. So that would have been like, imagine if I had told you because I wouldn't have started him, and I would have said, mate, he's got the biggest knee strapping on his knee right now. Don't start him. And luckily, well, you didn't even have him in your team, but you might have gone, fuck. All right, well, I've heard someone's getting him out or not. I'm not going to do it. Imagine how many people jumped off. I reckon,
Heaps
surely,
did.
yeah,
Heaps. I've watched.
yeah.
I've been. I try
I
not to
know
look at YouTube
Tim
videos,
Mitchell
but I
did.
look at
I know
I look
Tim
at
Mitchell did. Yeah,
Twitter. Heaps of people jumped off.
yeah.
And
And
for listeners, the night before, me and Crooks were at an emergency meeting on a Facebook emergency meeting call, and we were just going over these scenarios of players. I was trying to quickly lock in a team. And the final team that I decided on was Bailey Smith in my forward line, and then I had some rookies there, and
yeah,
that was it. And then before I went to bed, I reversed all my trades back to my original team just because I was like, "Nah, I don't trust it." Went to work that day, and then just come back home to the worst news in the world of this fucking.
He looked unbelievable. Bloody hell. That's it. He's coming in my team. We don't need to talk about him. He's going to be 90% owned. He might even be F1 at this rate, but one game. And Freo looked dreadful.
I know, I'm
They
gonna have
look
to boost
pathetic.
to get him in, which is the worst part.
Oh, well. They're there for a reason.
Next player, Sam De Koning. Did you watch the game?
That one I did, yeah. I mean, he was everywhere. Not he he's a totally different player to his brother, obviously. But
Mhm.
I think I want to wait. I would wait one more week on him. He did it in round zero. He wasn't that convincing. And then
Mhm.
he had Liam Reedy and who's the other one? Jackson. But not full on rucks. I just want to wait a week, but I don't doubt the pick. But like say 361, I would rather go Joel Fraser,
Yeah.
um,
He's a
who's
little bit
10K
more
more,
expensive.
and he's playing midfield. He got lucky a little bit in the last quarter,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think he's a better scorer than DeConey.
Yep. Yeah, I rate that as well. Give it a little bit. Give it 1 week.
Yeah,
Rest of
and
it's
you
on the
can
bubble.
you can decide which one's better probably as well.
Yeah. Xavier Lindsay, I watched this game. Um, Fucking pigged it down there.
He didn't ever because I watched that Melbourne Freo game and like I provided like some detailed sort of analysis on it. I didn't really notice him.
Mate,
Yeah,
do you know
but
remember I was saying, are we just sleeping on this guy?
yeah,
Because he's a high draft pick, very high draft pick. I don't
yeah.
know what he was, but he was in the top 10.
Mm.
I could be wrong, but I think he was in the top
No,
10.
he might have been the
Um,
second. It might have been the second, but you're
yeah,
right.
their
Like top
second round
20.
pick or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
Um, High draft pick, and everyone's sleeping on him. No one's even looking at him. Oh, he's not gonna get picked. And I'm like, to you, it's 150K, like, and you're like, nah, he's shit. I wish I had enough
yeah,
time right now to go back into our
yeah,
last
yeah,
pods and go
yeah,
replay the moment. He's shit. He's shit. Don't
yeah,
pick him. He's shit. Fucking pigged it, man. Great role.
yeah.
Like, but you know what's funny? Um, Langford had where is it? I had some outrageous stat because he only came on in the last quarter and it was pissing down with rain, just like wet weather footy. And Langford had like the highest work rate of the whole game out of everyone in that last quarter.
Yep.
Um, and he racked up 5 possessions. I watched it. Like they were
Oh,
pretty
Langford.
shitty. Yeah, they were pretty shitty
I think
possessions.
that was a glitch. I think that was a glitch because they were saying he
Was
ran
it?
like 18 Ks or something. I think it was a glitch. There's no way. Was it
Tw-
like 18 Ks?
It says 22 Ks. It must
Yeah,
be a
yeah,
glitch.
yeah. I think I read that somewhere.
Okay, it was a glitch then. Because I was like, that is fucking crazy, man.
Some
22K.
say some say impossible. Like
You actually would say that is impossible.
people try and work their ass off for
Yeah,
22 and 4 quarters.
yeah.
But yeah, it is.
But
Can I just quickly changing number 6, Josh Dunkley. Now,
mhm,
I had enough money to go Brayshaw. I said at the pub that it's hindsight, but third quarter of the Brisbane game, why didn't because I wanted a Brisbane asset because of their run. I should have just gone Dunkley and Callahan in my team. Dunkley is never going to get tagged in this setup that Brisbane have.
no,
Has
Dunkley
he?
is the tagger. He's the
Yeah.
tagger.
But if you look at his scores right now, he's
Mm.
only but and I was looking at this when he was going off. Very rarely does he go under the ton. I
He's
mean,
very consistent.
yeah, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get him in. Maybe later, but there's no way to fees a move. Like, just look at this scoring. Like, just for the podcasters, I think where's a purple patch that go up for a little bit. So it's
There's no purple patch.
there's no yeah
I was speaking to Brisbane informant about this because I picked him in keeper league.
yeah
Uh,
So do
and
I. I
he
got him in
said
the draft league. Yeah.
yeah, he said he's the most consistent player. He never puts up massive numbers, but he's consistent.
Average
Um,
is 111. And to be fair, like he was much more appealing when he was that forward mid. And when we all had him 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah,
But I'm seriously interested. I'm shattered I can't go there because he looked phenomenal, and it was just all the pressure is on Neil now, still will be, and Dunkley will just be going full throttle, man. Like
mate, Dunkley will go to 700K. He'll go to 700K. He'll come back down.
just
You,
sell him at 700.
yeah, you can't jump on that pick now. That's one thing I want to do this year is like not chase those big scores and
Yeah,
just keep playing the game.
yeah.
And that's why I'm boosting to get Bailey Smith in my team. Nah, but there's merit to that.
Is there? Is there? Are we just getting sucked in again, and this dickhead's just living rent free in our heads? I don't think so.
Well, I have to get rid of Garcia because
Yeah,
there's a
that's
potential
true.
that Garcia won't even play this week. So
Yeah, that is true.
I'm gonna get rid of Garcia. Who else got traded in that we had to speak about? O'Driscoll rated as if you didn't start Tom DeConing. Who didn't do that?
Well, just quickly, we always rated the pick, but probably halfway through the first, I was giving him some rude words on the phone.
He was still doing well though.
Yeah, I love him. He's my favorite. We'll go through the last two and then go through our captains and then, but
Yeah.
I think you can't look past TDK. Is he the best footballer in the game, Nelly? I mean, went on
No. No. No, 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 no.
top
He's just playing
three,
for us. No,
top
no,
three.
no, no.
He's not
He's
a
not top
ruckman,
three.
mate. He's not just a ruckman. He is everywhere. He
I would
is everywhere.
say top three. I wasn't very
Top
impressed. He
five.
did well, but I wasn't like, wow, like this guy's incredible. They lost to fucking Richmond.
Oh, Look at you got players like Nick Haynes in your team, and freaking you got a player called Cowan, and you're mooing when he gets the ball going moo. You
Mate,
expect you expect your team to go fucking good, mate. I'm serious.
Tom
Their
de
defense is
Koning
the problem.
might as well just go to bloody St
St
Kilda because
Kilda, yeah, take the $40 million offer and just be happy and be bottom two still.
definitely. Corey Warner getting as one of the top
I like
10.
him. See, I've just noticed those two are actually on the bubble this week.
Yeah, that's true. What did he score the week before that? A 50 and a 72.
But the problem is they have the bye next week. So
No, they don't.
Sydney may. Yeah,
They
they
get the
do.
buy
I
after.
agree.
They get the buy. Yeah, so they get the one price rise, and then they go. So
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah.
have you got the price predictor app like extension?
No, I need to get it. I
I need to
haven't
get
been
it as
bothering.
well because I reckon he would be on a bit of a big projection.
Yep.
So that's
Well,
something.
it has 36K there, but that's not the truth, is it?
No, as if he scores a 45, 43, which he probably scores above.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah.
scores like a 55, maybe.
Is Ned Long an option in the mids?
Oh, you just can't trust Collingwood.
Yeah.
You can't trust anything that's going on through there. I don't even think they know what their best mid mix is.
Nah, and Pennell's was sub.
Yeah, it's just like Ned Long could be sub next week. He could be in there, but then they halfway through the game stuff might not be working, and Jack Chris might be in the middle, and Ned Long's just got subbed off.
Yeah. I really like him. I just think he's so cool. Just, like the O'Driscoll and Callaghan's. You need a tall mid to just,
Mm,
strut your shit around and iron out. He was unbelievable. He was
and he's young.
unbelievable.
He's
Yeah.
young. That's what guys
Thanks,
need.
Hawthorn. Thanks, Hawthorn.
Yeah, keep him coming, mate. Um,
Captains.
quick captains this week. I was thinking. Wait, where is it? I was gonna go VC Connor Rose Z. Was that what I was gonna do? I had it all planned out just before. Um,
Oh, and we can loop Stone, can't we? So,
VC Zorko, captain. Would you go captain Sheasel? Nah, it's not trustworthy. You'd almost captain Zorko, VC, Connor Rosé. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking TDK or Ed against Pies. Um, he's always got a chip on his shoulder because Louis played for Collingwood. I feel like I just want to watch Ed versus Collingwood probably. I think other ones is he hasn't had it, but that was when Ed was a baby. He wasn't.
Yeah,
He
I'm
wasn't
gonna be able to. I'm
bulldog.
gonna be able to watch it as well, which would be great.
Now, all right. So let's quickly just go through them. I think I really like the Rankin VC
Against
versus
Essendon,
Essendon. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
You said in
or
the
you got
first game you
Rosie.
got Gerard, TDK, Will Day,
Hawthorn are really good. Yeah. I don't.
Sicily. Mate, Carlton are gonna get touched up.
I wish I had Sicily. I wish I had him. Yeah, why can't you make your mind up, Hawthorn, and just play him in one position so I can
Oh
pick the
no.
cunt fucking idiots? Anyway, uh, pissed me off. He's our favourite. He is our favourite, and
It is.
it's purely because Barras and Battle are ruining it. And now Scrimshaw's out. He might actually be made to go back fully. Um, Geelong Saints. I don't think you can captain Baz, or I wouldn't go near that game. Zorko was the option. Dunkley, Neil, um, North, Melbourne, maybe Gorn, Sheasel, Freo Sydney. I don't think I'd touch. So I think Rankin would be a cool pod.
Nah, I think this is me. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
VC Rosie into Zorko captain.
Well, so what did Chera score? He scored 106, and he was on a lot at the halftime. At halftime,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they got beaten. So Port are gonna bounce back. They have to bounce back. They have to respond. They have to make an example out of Richmond this weekend.
yeah. Or if not, Ken Hinkley's he's going to go missing at halftime and just say quit. Like he's not facing any
Where'd
pressure
he go?
whatsoever. He
Where'd the
left.
bloke go?
He left. You were fucking embarrassing. Oh, that I can't believe they have got a few players out to be fair, but not that bad. Like not that bad. Jesus
And
Christ.
what are you thinking for captains? Wait, before we stop that, let's just check what the majority is.
Yeah,
Uh
I think Rankin's actually a shout.
all coaches. Most VC'd is Harry Sheasel. That can't be right. It's probably
Oh,
TDK. It's probably
that's
last week.
probably the optimize. I just clicked it and it automatically goes to Sheasel.
True. What about
Okay.
so TDK can't be Sherry. TDK can't be Dacos. This probably hasn't updated yet.
Yeah,
Like people
that's
haven't
right.
done it yet.
That's right. I think yeah, it's interesting because you know there's no obvious options anymore. Or yet, sorry, yet's a better choice of words. So we'll see what happens. Maybe
Yep.
Rankicino. Adelaide looked bloody good, and I love Rankin, so maybe Rankicino.
That's such a big call to go ranking.
BC,
It'd
baby.
be a massive pod.
I love Rankin. I love him until he. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to jinx anything. I've learned my
Alright.
lesson. Just keep calm. Keep calm.
Alright, should we wrap it up there?
Yeah. Thanks for coming, lads.
Alright, lads. Good
Hopefully,
luck.
hopefully everyone has a good week, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We should really be
Yeah.
saying that at the start of the pod.
That's it. Like and subscribe. Get those number counts up. We've been actually doing so well lately. It's great. Thanks
Yeah.
everyone for watching. But see you later.
See you, boys and girls.